Alright, hey everybody, back Lone Star Mopars. What we have here, continuing our stereo upgrade, this is a nice little comparison for you again, this time of the rear deck speakers, roughly 6 3/4. When you go aftermarket, you know you'll probably run a 6.5 with an adapter. We'll start out there first. If you note the factory, most aftermarket speakers are going to want to run, just a typical, 4-screw speaker setup. This one's a bit oversized. It's kind of got the funky plastic framework, and of course then you got the three, square tabs where your actual mounting bolts, which you can see here, go. Again, good tip for you, against the back glass in the Challenger, very hard to get a Phillips head. If you run I think a 7mm socket, you can just get one of those stubs that you turn with a wrench. That'll actually save you a lot of time. But when you get your aftermarket speaker, you want to make sure it comes with the adapters. If not, you'll want to pick those up. You'll have to be waiting on parts a little longer, which no one wants to do. Here on the Infinity Kappa, this is a 62.9i. You can actually see we've got the plastic trim ring installed. That's going to be our adapter. It essentially takes the speaker, that you'd want to mount with the 4 screws, and adapts it to the same pattern that you see on the factory 134 speaker rear deck option. As you can see, as we scoot those together, a huge difference between the two. Obviously the magnet comes out at you, the framework, the cone, your wiring connections, just everything across the board is far superior with the Infinity. To give you an idea, this rear deck speaker in the factory 4 speaker from Chrysler, you're looking at a basically a 2 1/8 inch magnet. 2.125 is the OD on it. Extremely lightweight. There you can see the cover. I mean, minimum. Again, you're at the point, if you've got this, you just will almost have a hole or a credit applied. It's a paper cone, you can see there. Again, that soldering job is leaves a bit to be desired. I mean, I don't think it's going to come off, but I could see it failing at some point. More than likely, before that happens, you'll just blow the speaker trying to hear it with the windows down. Coming over to the Kappa 62.9i, the magnet measures 3.250 inch OD. That's an extra 1.25 inches over that rear deck. This is actually still a bigger magnet than we had on our door 6x9s in the 134 speaker. Basically, at this point in time, we're ready to install. Just one more thing we have to do. You can see here we've already pre-installed it, and of course the last thing I'm going to do is come in that foam tape that comes with your speakers. If not, you'll want to pick some up. It just basically serves as a barrier, between the speaker and the paneling in the back. You want to run some of that just around the channel here. You can kind of see that groove where you're going to put the tape. And then as soon as we do that, we will be ready to reinstall the speaker, wire it up, simple plus minus connections, which is vastly superior to the factory connector. Of course, we're running them to an amp. But there's a look at the front side for you. Again, the factory 134 speaker, 6 3/4, paper cone, minimum quality, 2.1250 on the magnet. And then, what we personally chose for our own sound preferences, the Infinity Kappa 62.9i. It's 3.250 inch OD on the magnet. You've got the tweeters, of course. You can swivel, adjust for the sound stage in your car, optimize everything. Button that you see that you can depress right here, it's just a plus minus 3 dB. Personally, for me, I'm going to just go minus. I kind of prefer it to be not as bright. But again, it offers you, the adjustability you sure as heck don't have with this piece here. I tell you to use this as a dog dish, but the structure won't allow that. So, but again, just a nice little comparison between the two. If you're hesitating upgrading your 134 speaker, don't. Even just a standard speaker you could run off the factory deck, or preferably if you get with an aftermarket deck, has a little more power running from it. You could come in and put, a mid-range speaker, something, 40 to, $90 or so. You'll get a ton Ton of improvement in the sound quality realm. I think you'll be happy. Pretty easy to do, and then of course if you want to run an amp, your options, you know, turn out to be a little bit better. So thanks for watching. Any questions, comments, feel free to ask. LoneStarMopars.com. We've got the online magazine and of course the forums where you can sign up absolutely free. Any Mopar from any era is welcome to join. No moderator drama, no ads between posts, just forum 100% dedicated to Mopar. Like I said, check us out. Any questions, we will do our best to help you out upgrading the stereo in your late model Mopar.